property management. Today's video, I'm sharing my screen today. Today's video, I want to talk about how not to manage your rental property. So there are a lot of DIY landlords out there, and I myself used to be one of them. Being your own landlord can be beneficial if you're doing it as a hobby, but something you must keep in mind is there are a lot of tasks that need to be done on a regular basis if you want to see success in your investment. You also want to make sure you're keeping up to date with the consistently changing laws and regulations on your property. Even this week, we received notice that the CDC has filed an order halting evictions, and I believe this goes through the end of the year. So you need to be willing to educate yourself and willing to learn and adapt to this completely fluid world. So I want to be a little vulnerable today. This is why I'm sharing my screen. I can give you a little bit of background on myself and my DIY landlord experience. I come from a family of landlords. My grandparents were landlords. They owned rental properties. My parents, my aunts, uncles, cousins, sisters, all of us have been in the landlord space for generations. So it was natural for me when I became an adult to want to start investing in rental properties. So when my husband and I got married, we set out to find our first investment property. And I want to show you this beauty. Our first investment property is this right here. This is a 1970 something single wide trailer in southeast Idaho. So you can see it was 2003 when we purchased this property, and it sat on about 5 acres of land. So we bought the land, we purchased the trailer with the land, and we sold off the back half to the neighbors and ended up with about a half acre of land with the trailer. So this beautiful property was complete with an addition on the back as well as a wood-burning fireplace. A perfect recipe for landlord litigation. The best part is we purchased this property while living 2 hours away. And the plan was to manage this property ourselves, living 2 hours away. So the original plan was actually to purchase the property, tear down the trailer, and build a duplex. But the tenant came with some tenants, so we held off and waited for the perfect opportunity. The tenants that were living there were also running a daycare out of the home. So this was another great opportunity to open ourselves up to landlord litigation. So these tenants eventually moved out and left the place completely trashed. So we went in, we did a little remodeling during the vacancy. We painted, we replaced some appliances and installed some new carpet. Made it a little nicer. So once the home was a little more presentable, we placed some new tenants. So being DIY landlords, we did the cardinal sin. And we didn't screen our new tenants. We just let them move right in. And they stayed for about 6 months and then quit paying rent. We wound up having to evict them and going to court to recoup our lost rent. So once these tenants were out of the home, we went over to assess the damages, which were again pretty extensive. But the best and most memorable part is they left us a big surprise in the backyard. Let me just show you this right here. My cute husband here, much younger husband here. They left us this big marijuana plant in the backyard. Once we found out about this, we had to then call the police and have it legally removed by the drug task force. It was quite an ordeal. After that, we decided maybe it was time to go for that dream duplex. But, so we gave the trailer away. Somebody came and hauled it away. And then we were left with an empty lot. So long story short, we worked with the city a little bit to try and get our dream duplex built there. But somebody offered us cash to purchase the property, and we gave up on our dream and we cashed out. We probably broke even on this real estate deal, but looking back, I can see all the areas of how we absolutely should not have managed our investment property. Here's the top 5 lessons I learned on how not to manage a rental property. Number 1, do not purchase a 1970s trailer with a wood-burning fireplace. If I remember right, I'm pretty sure we couldn't even get insurance on it. So we were allowing these people to run a daycare with a wood-burning fireplace, and we didn't have insurance. So do your due diligence and make sure you're purchasing a safe home for people to live in. Number 2, don't be a DIY landlord and try to manage a rental property from 2 hours away. Not a good idea. Number 3, be careful about allowing tenants to run a business inside the rental property, especially a daycare. And number 4, make sure you thoroughly screen potential tenants before they sign a lease and move in. Number 5, make sure you're performing regular property evaluations. Had we been doing this, we may have found the marijuana plant growing in the backyard sooner than later and before the tenants had actually moved out. And I hope you learned a lot from our experience and use this as an opportunity to educate yourself and others on how not to manage a rental property. Here at MV Property Management, we have created streamlined systems and processes to successfully manage our rentals and all of our owners' investments as well. So we learned a lot from our experiences over the past 17, 18 years and have been able to put together streamlined systems and processes. I hope that these 5 lessons that we learned are beneficial to you as well. I hope you enjoyed today's video. Thanks for watching and allowing me to be a little bit vulnerable today. If you have any further questions, please give us a call and see how we can help you with management service on your investment property. Our number is 801-337-4337, or you can also visit our website for more information at nvpm.com. That's envypm.com. Thanks, you guys.